All right, let's talk about building habits that actually stick. Because the secret, it isn't about more willpower. It's about changing who you are one tiny action at a time.
So, have you ever done this? You start a new habit. Maybe you're going to meditate every day. You're on a roll for a week, and then you miss one day. Just one. And suddenly it feels like the whole thing is a total failure, right? That feeling? That's what we're getting into today.
See, the problem is, we've been playing the wrong game. We're so focused on chasing this perfect, unbroken streak, but that's like walking on a tightrope. One little slip, and it's over. The real game, the one that leads to lasting change, is when we shift our focus away from performance and onto identity.
And that right there, that's the paradigm shift. This is the core idea. The goal isn't just to do push-ups. The real goal is to become the type of person who values their health. It sounds simple, but it's a massive shift in how you see things.
Okay, so let's break this down. Look at the old way versus the new way. The old way says, my goal is to do 2 push-ups. The focus is all on performance, and your metric for success is that fragile streak. But the new way? The identity is, I am a person who prioritizes health. And suddenly, the focus isn't performance, it's evidence. And the metric isn't the streak, it's the vote.
And that brings us to this powerful metaphor. Just think about it for a second. Doing 2 push-ups isn't going to magically transform your body, right? Of course not. But what it does do is cast a vote for the identity of, I am a healthy person. Writing one single sentence, that's a vote for, I am a writer. Each little action is a vote, and these votes start to stack up, building this new version of you from the ground up.
Okay, this sounds great in theory, but how do we actually do it? How do we put it into practice? Well, you need a tool, something that combines this identity system with the right mindset, and that's exactly what the Atomic Identity Tracker is designed for.
Now, this is not just another habit tracker or to-do list, okay? Its whole purpose is to build a bridge between those tiny, practical actions, that's the atomic part, and your own sense of self-worth. And here's the kicker. It does this before you've even achieved the big goal.
And the setup, it's so simple. Step 1, you write your identity statement. I am the type of person who, you fill in a blank. Maybe it's who stays curious. Then, step 2, you pick a ridiculously small action to prove it. Something you can do in 2 minutes, like reading just 1 page of a book. That's it. That's the entire setup.
All right, so let's walk through what this actually looks like. Think of this 7-day tracker as a psychological journey, not just a scorecard to see how you did. So take a look at day 1. You've got 2 columns. On the left, you have your atomic action. That super simple 2-minute task. But check out the column on the right. This is where the real magic happens. It's an internal choice. Before you even do the thing, you affirm to yourself, I am safe and enough before I start. This completely separates your self-worth from whether or not you check the box.
And that is the huge difference here. Most habit trackers, they only care about that little check mark, right? Did you do it or not? But this method makes you check in with yourself first. It's all about decoupling your worth from your productivity. Then you get to day 3, and the tracker is actively fighting back against that perfectionist voice in your head. The mindset for the day is, I don't need a streak to be worthy. It's basically giving you permission to be human, to not be perfect. So, what if you miss a day? It's going to happen. The rule here is so simple and so powerful. Never miss twice. Look, missing 1 day is an accident. Life happens. But missing 2 days in a row, that's the start of a new bad habit. This rule lets you be imperfect without letting you fall completely off track. No guilt, just get back to it. And when you get to day 7, it's not about adding up your score. It's a reflection. The whole idea is to embrace this identity of being a work in progress. Because that's what growth is, right? It's a process, not some final destination. And that's a beautiful thing.
Okay, so right about now, you might be thinking, seriously, a 2-minute action? How can that possibly make a real difference? And the answer is one of the most powerful forces in the universe, the magic of compounding.
Check out this number. If you improve by just 1% every day for a year, you don't end up 365% better. No, you end up almost 38 times better. It's mind-blowing. And this isn't about making some huge, life-altering change. It's about tiny, consistent efforts that build on each other.
And here's the math behind it. It's your new identity plus a system that equals that incredible growth, that 1.01 to the power of 365. That tiny action is your 1%. The tracker is the system that ensures consistency. You put them together, and that's how you unlock that exponential change.
So when you finish the week, the real victory isn't that you checked off 7 boxes on a list. The real win is that you now have 7 pieces of hard evidence, 7 votes that prove your new identity is true. You're not just faking it till you make it anymore. You are actively becoming it.
All right, so to help you hit the ground running with this, let's go over a few super practical pro tips.
First up, the 2-minute rule. Here it is. If your habit feels hard, it's too big, period. Make it smaller. Scale it down until it feels so easy it's almost silly not to do it. Next, environment design. You want to make your goal obvious. If you want to read more, don't shove the book on a shelf, put it right on your pillow. And finally, the McCormick check-in. This one's huge. If you start feeling guilty or pressured, just pause, take a breath. Your worth is not on the line here.
So that really just leaves one last question for you. And it's not, what are you going to do? The real question is, who are you going to become? What identity will you start building evidence for, starting today?